Good morning, everyone. This is Amber. Welcome to my channel. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Ambymarieknits. It is currently Friday, June 16th, 10 o'clock-ish in the morning. I don't know what time it is. And I want to talk about what I worked on this week. I've got some finished objects, some whips, and some future knitting that I'm very excited about. To get started, we're going to do finished objects. What am I wearing? This, stand up, is my Ripple Crop Top Worsted by Jessie Maed. I love it. I made it out of Lion Brand Kobu in magenta, and it fits really good. It stretched a lot. I made it a little bit longer. I think it was supposed to be like right here. And it fits really good. So I'm very excited to have this as a finished object. And I finished more things, which is even cooler. Next up. Yes, I know you saw this colorway last week, but I finished another pair of socks in Pretty Twisted Yarns. I would tie-dye for you. This is a gift for somebody at work. And I said, hey, these are yours. Now give them back so I can use them to record. So she'll get them a day. But I did toe up this time. There we go. I did toe up, then I did a shadow wrap heel, and then it's just a stretchy bind off. But they're cute and they're fun. Next up on finished objects, I got to do a sample knit for Fiona K Knits on Instagram. And let me get down. This is the Brioche Knots hat. And it is done using Fiona K Knits yarn in Jawbreaker for the pink and Sparkle Goth for the darker color. And I love it. These colors are just absolutely perfect. And Brioche is just fun. Let's see how good those cables look. So I'm excited to have that. So one of the downsides to having a lot of finished objects is not as many whips. At least not ones that I've worked on. So the main one, my Brioche mode, the Mystery Knit Along, I'm a little bit behind on that one. I just got started yesterday on Clue 3, or Clue 4 came out this morning. And it was bigger. I actually finished this little brioche section here, but when you do the brioche, you're trying to line this up, and I messed up, and it was off to the side. So I ripped it back, and now I'm starting back, and I will get this finished hopefully today. And this weekend I have Clue 3 done, so I can start Clue 4 and get caught back up. But we are currently pretty much the same spot it was last week, except for that little blurb. This yarn is dyed by me, just 75/25. It's looking pretty awesome so far. The next whip, I had to have something to do because I was out of socks. So I started a dishcloth. My 18-year-old lives with his dad right now. I was planning on getting his own place soon. So I told him I would furnish his kitchen. So he's pots, pans, appliances, anything he's in the kitchen. Every kitchen needs dishcloths. So dishcloths it is. Okay, this may be more like a dish towel. I just cast on, I think, like 50 stitches, and I'm just doing garter until it looks about square, and then I'll bind off. This yarn is Knit Picks Dishy in the color Ash. It's soft. I like their cotton. It does really good. I'm gonna show it. I didn't work on it this week, but my bluegrass shawl just has not gotten any love this week at all. See, markers still in the same spot, but it's pretty, so I still wanted to show it. I've got some more Pretty Twisted scraps to put in it, so that's kind of excited there that I will tie-dye for you. I'll be able to put some of that in there. And that's all the actual knitting, I guess. Next up, I have future cast-ons. So first one, Stephen West is doing a surprise sock along next month. Sign-ups have already started. I'm not doing so good on mystery knit alongs. Oh, before I get sidetracked on that, the gnome mystery knit along, yeah, that's not happening. I saw it, I don't want to make it, and I'm not making things that don't bring me joy. So that one's gonna get frogged. It's okay, it happens sometimes. You are allowed to not continue making something if you do not like it. But I'm still gonna go ahead and do the Mystery Sock Along by Stephen West. We'll see how that goes. It is 2 contrasting colors. I decided, this is also acquisitions as well, I guess. I went to my local farmer's market and Loch Ness Handcrafted Goods, sorry, I had to double check their name. They had a booth there, so I got some self-striping yarn. That's so pretty. Love the brights. I'm gonna do this with this blue from A Girl in Her Wool. Sadly, she no longer dyes anymore. But I think that's going to be really contrasty, and then I'll have the self-striping. I think he said that you can do the self-striping for the contrast color and then the main be a solid. Main thing is tonals. So, excited about this. And then also, my goal this weekend is to start the Grannies in a Row socks. And I will definitely be linking that below if you have not seen them yet. It's like granny squares around the top of the sock, and then you make a cuff, and then you make just the rest of the sock. I'm not concrete on this yet, but I think I'm gonna use this color. So this is a Pretty Twisted Yarns. She had a Super Secret Society of Sock Knitters set, and this is called Be a Freaking Unicorn, because who would want to be a freaking unicorn? I'm thinking about doing it in this if I can get the grannies, or if I can get the grannies to line up with the self-striping on here. I'm not quite sure exactly how that's going to work, but I think it'll be fun. And then, so that's it for future cast-ons. Cross your fingers, all that goes good. Also, I dye yarn. I used to dye yarn. I don't dye it a lot now, but I have decided to do a little bit. I was playing around with some colors. So this is one that I dyed. Be right back. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled programming. This is one I dyed. This is a merino silk base. Just random skinny yarn I had. And it turned out so good. I did this in a mason jar outside. Probably my favorite way to dye because it's very low effort. It's like making senti, but with yarn. So the bottom color is indigo. All this pinky purple stuff, that's actually purple pop. And it turned out so good the way it broke. No idea what I'm gonna make with it, but it's pretty. Then I was testing out some colors and I got a whole bunch of minis. Okay, so let's separate these. So these 4 are all the same color, but I put these 2 just in the jar regularly, and these 2 are twisted up in a hank together. So it's got like all the white left in there. It looks very dreamsicle-like, I feel like. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. Minis are always useful. The other colors I was messing around with, I just put it all like cleaning off my measuring spoon. This was all the leftovers mixed together. And it just made this really nice, really tonal, pretty color. So that was fun. That's all the yarn things I do have. My garden is going good. I'm gonna try and put a video at the end of it in case anybody wants to watch what my garden is doing. I've got some zucchini that are looking pretty good. I've got some baby tomatoes. My Roma tomatoes are growing. I have lots of blooms on my jalapenos, but no actual jalapenos yet. So fingers crossed that works. Ravelry. I didn't want to talk about that. I made a Ravelry group. I don't know what I'm doing, but I thought I'd make one just so I can have one. So if you want to get on Ravelry and talk about what projects you're working on, you are more than welcome to do so. I'd love to see them. Next up, books. I don't know what I was reading last week. I forgot already. I read too much sometimes. But I just started a new book yesterday. It is called Grim and Barrett by Juliet Cross. It is book 6 in the Stay a Spell series. And if you like fun, lighthearted, paranormal, romancy type stuff, it's really cute. Definitely do recommend that whole series. And that's all I've got this week. Definitely, if you want, comment down below what you're working on. I'd love to know what everybody else has going on. And if you have any questions, you can always contact me on Instagram. I'm always active there. Ravelry I'm working on. You can also email me at ambymarieknits@gmail.com if you have any questions or concerns. So I do want to thank everybody for watching, and have a great week.